Everyone, VJZ32 back again with some What's on Deck. Before we get into that, first of all, happy Easter to everyone who celebrates. And a little bit off topic, but I saw this morning what happened in Sri Lanka, and let me say I'm absolutely disgusted by that. It's stupid. Those attacks that happened there shouldn't be happening. All this extremism needs to end because it's ridiculous. There's nothing absolutely good about it. If you support anything like that, get your head checked. Moving on. Let's get back on topic. You might notice in the top corner a bunch of videos uploaded, lots of reviews done this past Friday. Plan on doing some more after this. And still got so many to do. That was only like a third of what I need to record. Anyway, let's get on to what's going on in the world of Kickstarter, first of all. And first of all, we got the Composer's playing cards, the Ludwig van Beethoven deck. Apparently, it's one of 7 decks in this series by 64 playing cards. It's 46% funded, 32 days to go, lots of time. Let's see what it looks like. I think it has a decent chance of funding with that much time and how it's already done. The creators have previously done another deck, I was looking at it earlier, the Stanberg Royal deck, which is all female court cards. Still has not delivered. Apparently they just delivered really recently, but people still have not seen anything. So keep that in mind. It's not their first project. They've done other projects under a different account before rebranding. Yeah. I assume that's not the back design. There's going to be also Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Johann Sebastian Bach, Frederick Franzisek Chopin, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Johannes Brahms, Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky, and Franz Schubert. Really, I've heard of like the top 6 names. I don't know if I've ever heard of Schubert. Obviously, Tchaikovsky, Brahms, Chopin, Bach, Mozart, Beethoven. Everyone's heard of Schubert. Not sure I have. 13 euros for one deck. There is an early bird at 10 euros, and there's still 3 days to go on that. 310 GSM premium German linen cardstock. The back of the tuck box always contains the aphorism of the composer, a concern for his thoughts and philosophy. I guess this is the front and the back of the tuck case. Really not that exciting. Not sure what the back design is. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. There's the back. I'm an idiot. Back design's right there. Back design is interesting. It's okay. What I dislike is the fact that it's got white borders when the faces are not white. Speaking of the faces, they are absolutely standard. Modified just a bit. They've modified it, but they're basically standard court cards. And then they have this detail going through the middle, and it's weathered. And you see the other decks, basically the same thing, just different colors. How exciting. So it's 7 different colors. No changes to the back design that I'm seeing. They're just different colors. Yeah, I'm not in on a series printed by an unknown printer that's fairly generic looking, and then there's 7 decks, so that's like $70, not to factor in shipping that they want. The aces, it's not bad. I like that detail they have on there. And they have the same detail in the number cards. The top case looks like it's going to have some foil. That's interesting. Okay, it's got like flaps on the tuck case. It's like a 2-piece tuck case. It slides out and then there's flaps on it. Coins. You gotta have those. Why does every card project need to have coins? Oh, it's being printed by Noir Art. How exciting. Moving on. Let's see what's next. We got Beatles Fan. Metal Mechanical Beetle cards by Milia. It is 29% funded, 37 days to go. No idea what any of that means. We'll find out. looks like it's a very low goal. That being said, I mean, it's 29% funded and about 600 pounds in funding. It's a 2,000 pound goal. It's got a steampunk style and amazing print quality. I'll be the judge of that. It is their first project, as I point out. Their faces each feature different. Well, the court cards, they always feature different looks at beetles and the aces as well. The back design, let's see if we can find a better image of that. It's interesting. Spades and clubs are in. I like how they've incorporated the pip into the beetle, but spades and clubs in blue, hearts and diamonds in red. Style reminds me a bit of a deck from it reminds me a bit of a deck from playing card decks. Don't remember which one though. The back design is very minimalist, as you can see. It looks okay in fans, I suppose, in flourishes, but very minimalist. And yeah, not much going on. I'm not sure how that really has anything to do with beetles on it. There is steampunk elements in the corners of the faces. So basically it's beetles and steampunk all combined into one because why not? And apparently that looks like a skull to me on the Joker or whatever the card that is. Looks like a skull. So I guess it might be. Special version packets. 1,000 decks being produced. Opens from the side. How exciting. I don't see any. It's going to be a diamond air cushion finish. Cutting, it says, method. It doesn't say who is printing them. The special version will have 2 more Joker cards. That explains what those are. The thing is, though, it says metal mechanical beetle playing cards. These are not metal. Right off the top of the bat, false, misleading advertising. These are not metal. There's nothing mechanical about them. They're just playing cards with a beetles and a steampunk theme combined. Not a very exciting back design. Not very exciting faces. And no mention of who is printing them. So, thumbs down from me. Moving on. Alright, so next we have this poker card deck. It's Society Man Easter Edition by Society Man. 0% funded, 42 hours to go. It looks like it's a very short project. I don't even know if it's really a poker deck. Let's have a look though. What is this, some kind of a weird version of Sin City? Oh yes, I've never seen this. It's horrible, and it deserves the fun. It deserves to fail, I mean. You can see the cards. They're all repeating. Except for minor changes, like there's a different color I just noticed on each in each court card, the different suits. Like the diamonds, they got red colorings. Looks like Superman, Supergirl, blonde version of Superman. The clubs have black coloring. The spades have gray or silver, and then the hearts have gold. But basically, it's the same thing, and there's a different recoloring of the king, which looks like a pile of shit, basically. Looks like a turd. And then the ace also has some figure in it. Really, it's just repeating court cards with a recolor. And I know nothing about Society Man, but apparently it's not popular because it has absolutely failed. And this is the Easter deck. It's got chickens on the chicks. Okay. That's the back design? No, thank you. I don't know who they're trying to appeal to. I don't know anything about Society Man, what it is, or if this person even has the rights to produce these decks. It's a very low risk, as he says, because only 4 backers and 36 hours to go. And wow, $31,000, almost $32,000 Canadian goal. At least in Canadian dollars, that's what it is. That's a huge goal for a deck that's absolutely rubbish. and it's not going to fund. Moving along, we have the Luminosity playing cards by Jody Eklund, inspired by Norse mythology. It is well funded. It was well funded immediately, 26 days to go. It's nice to see Jody Eklund doing something different. He's done a lot of decks that were, historical based. And this one is, I guess, as well to some extent, but it's quite different. It's Norse mythology. It's very well funded. Very interesting, different artwork for him. Very three-dimensional looking. Beautiful tuck case. Nice back design. Kind of classic looking, but nice. Going to be printed by the USB-C. The tuck cases are being produced by Gamblers. It will be embossing and foil on the tucks. Custom finish and casino stock for the USB-C decks with metallic inks. And there's a standard edition and there's a Kickstarter exclusive which has a different tuck case, it has a different color back design, and I believe more or less the same core cards but a different color in the background. Blue metallic ink on the backs of the standard one, copper metallic ink on the backs of the Kickstarter exclusive one. There's a signature card in the exclusive one as well. Standard will have silver metallic ink on the faces, copper metallic ink for the exclusive one. And each one has a unique tuck case design. And then you see the different figures, it's information on them. I'm not even trying to pronounce these names. Are you kidding me? Nice ace. That's cool. Looks like the Ace of Hearts is the main one in this deck as opposed to the Ace of Spades, which is kind of interesting. Oh, never mind. I could be wrong because I haven't shown us the Ace of Spades yet. That is coming. Kind of interesting to see him not showing us everything to start. Very three-dimensional looking, and the card cards, you can see it's like they pop off the card. Pretty cool. The backs, as you can see, are basically the same, just a different color for each one. Personally, I look at these and I feel like they're kind of backwards. Mainly because, at least the cards, like you see the cards are basically the same. However, look at the pip on this standard edition one. It looks so much more detailed. The back design as well, the background. The background in the pip looks so much more highly detailed than the one on the exclusive deck, which just looks very flat and plain. And as well, the blue color just pops a lot more, looks a lot nicer. Personally, I think the blue one should be the exclusive one, not the copper one, in my opinion. But that's just me. But other people have kind of expressed the same thing and said that the copper, the exclusive one doesn't look, that exciting, I guess you could say. But they're very nice. I got the name of the figure in the index. Underneath the index, so that's cool. One thing I will say about these pips as well. Also, I'm a huge fan of the copper indexes that they're having. I don't know if it's going to be the same for every suit in this deck. I would have preferred just more traditional. As far as the pips in here, they kind of blend in a bit too much to the background. It would be nice if you can actually see them. But that's fine, they look pretty nice. There's a luxury case with both of the decks. There is also a coin. There is also, you can get downloads on the characters. And there's gilded editions. Very nice gilding on the exclusive edition anyways. You can get it gilded. $35 US for a gilded deck. $18 US for the exclusive one. $15 for the standard one. I never understand. I mean, never mind. We'll just move on. Next up, we got Kingpin playing cards. The Narcos Limited Edition by Kingpin playing cards. It is 8% funded, 31 days to go. I really don't see it funding. It looks, I'm sorry, but I've seen it, and it's not that great. So, it features different, well, drug kingpins on the faces. They're just pictures that have been photoshopped into there. It really feels like something like that other guy that's seen that pot deck a million times would do. Just saying, it's a pretty big goal, so I highly doubt it's going to hit it, $4,000. It's nothing too exciting about it. I would have to see who is producing it. It says it's going to be the highest quality. Mock-ups will be provided soon. Mystery card in 20 decks out of the run. Aha. 100% custom. Poker size. 52 character cards, 1 double backer, 2 jokers, and a mystery card. Oh, they're going to be printed by Carter Moonday. And they have a $4,000 goal. So yeah, take that for what it's worth. It might be Carter Moonday India that they used to print it for, we know, and that quality is not the greatest. The Saint of Death is on one of the jokers. You can see the cards, they have different kingpins. Why are we promoting these guys? These guys are criminals. They're horrible people. Pushing their drugs on other people. It ruins people's lives. Like, why? Why would you even do a deck like this? That's ridiculous. By the way, not that exciting. Not a real big fan of Tuckers. I guess it's supposed to be designed like a cigarette box, I guess, that opens from the top, sort of. Custom seals. There you see all the people. Why make the image so small that you can't really see it? I don't know. There's a list of all the characters. Yay. I don't even know that we really saw the back design, did we? Oh, that's the back design. Kingpin, Narco. Horrible. Just a horribly photoshopped deck. It's not great at all. I don't think anyone who watches my reviews would be interested. It's $13 US on the early bird, $15 the regular price. Absolutely not worth it. Moving on. We've got Galaxy Cat Geometrical. Never mind, it's a tarot deck. It's, we'll move on. Planning Poker Cats, whatever that is. Apparently it's a poker deck, but it's not because it has no standard qualities of a poker deck. It's got no indexes. It's got no suits. Maybe it has different colors per suit, but I've seen way too many colors for it to be 4-suit deck, so I have no idea what they're trying to do with that. Carbon fiber point cards by Roman. Reigns? No. It's 3% funded. 15 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen, but... And actually, incidentally, there was another carbon fiber deck that just funded recently. So are people really going to be throwing the money at another one so soon? Not likely. The court cards leave a lot to be desired. They're repetitive as well. You can see the two jacks side by side. They look identical. They are. Not a huge fan of the colors they used. Outside of that, the faces are alright. Apparently he's an aviation engineer. Congratulations. Gotta be printed by... No idea. At least it seems like he's done some, info, background. That's the back design? Oh, it's a tool card. That's kind of interesting. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure why it's in there, but it shows you there's a conversion on US gallons to liters. It shows you what a 50mm hole looks like. And other size holes, I suppose, 10, 25. It's got a little ruler, 3.5 inches, almost 4 inches, I guess. Yeah, 3.5. Well, whatever. It's, yeah, 3.5 inches. It's also about 9, millimeters. It's got a Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion. It's kind of cool. I don't know how it fits. It says 1 inch is 25.4 millimeters. Indeed it is. Again, I don't know what the point of that is. And a thank you card. How exciting. But they don't even show you the back design. What's up with that? Moving on. And yes, it's really expensive. It's like 100 whatever bucks. Moving on, the Parlor playing cards by the gentleman Wake, who is a fellow YouTube reviewer. Of course, his reviews are more style than substance, I guess you could say. I mean, nothing against his reviews. They're very well done. But me, I like to just get right down to it, right down to the nitty gritty. Tell you what's what. His is more like a production, which is fine. They're pretty cool. It is very well funded. 24 days to go. It is designed by Lorenzo at Stockholm 17. Almost $100,000 Canadian. Why is it doing so well? They're not that exciting. I mean, they're fine. They're beautiful decks, but really? And I mean, it's not like he has thousands of subscribers, or tens of thousands of subscribers, but anyways, he's got a good following, though. 1,000 backers so far. There's $16 each for the one deck, for this one deck. Wine red edition and a navy blue edition. There's also a black edition, which is $21. As you can see, they're very well designed by Lorenzo. The back design is basically, different things. There's like beetles, there's pips. It's pretty nice. You did the black one. It's black, but it's actually copper foil. The Ace of Spades is nice. It's looks like other aces Lorenzo's done, more or less. I do like the red one and the blue one, and the copper one's fine. The court cards are basically standard, though. Minor modifications. The Joker is pretty cool. They're going to be printed by Card Mundi, and the top box is by Oath playing cards, so we might see these by the end of the year if we're lucky. They're going to come in a Monica order. That's cool. The Monica stack. What you see here is his monogrammed spade logo. There's also rhinoceros beetles and a damask pattern, which is cool. It's a very nice bat design. There's also a Roman numerals for Stockholm 17, 2017, I suppose. What I will say is that I never got one of these, and there's an ad card, which is pretty cool. That could be a nice bat design as well. What I will say is I never got any to review. I know that deck, Magic Orthodoxy did. I never got any. I don't know why not, but I didn't. So you can see the court cards are modified just a bit. They look like the same court cards used in the Raven playing cards, which is fine. They look nice. They're kind of basically an updated, a modernized version of the standard court cards, which is cool. I do like them. Also a custom font for the indexes. And overall, beautiful tuck aces. I do like the cards. I'm not hating on them or anything. I do like them. Obviously, I'm a bit biased because it's a competing reviewer, but I'm pledging for them, so that's great. I mean, that says something. At first, I wasn't really, but... And here he is showing his reliability. All his projects that are funded and delivered. That's great. I definitely support Lorenzo. His artwork is always great, and his reputation is tremendous. So anyways, moving on. I definitely recommend getting that one or checking it out. Moving on, we got the Gay M deck. Okay. We'll avoid that one. It's just a game. But we got the Ephemerid playing cards, Precious Metal Edition in gold, silver, and copper colors by Mr. Cup. It's funded, 19 days to go. This is not their first decks. They've put out others before that I looked at like last year. It's basically about ephemera, which uses items like tickets or cards or other collectibles. And they basically copied, it's basically like a collage deck. They copy and paste a whole bunch of stuff together, as you can see. It's not really my cup of tea. It's interesting and well done. Yeah. Nice top cases. I'm not sure who's printing them. We'll see if it says. It should say. Embossing, foil, interesting artwork. Not a fan of the typographic numbers on the faces. But I suppose it makes sense. There's a silver edition with blue. That's the back design. It's not that exciting. Box sets. Coasters. These court cards are pretty nice. I won't say that much. €34 for free decks on the early bird. €39 is the regular price. There's also dice and coins. Why would you want 40 coins? Good lord. That sounds like a bit excessive. Like, what are you going to do with them? Like, 1 coin. This would be enough for most people. You could be a jack, a queen, or king for €250. Absolutely not. And all you get is your name on it. Are you kidding? Why would I want that? Why would I want to spend €250 to get my name on a court card? By the way, looking at it here, these images, no, I thought they're repeating. They're interesting, vintage looking figures. I don't know who they are, but it's kind of expensive. Lots of stuff. So much stuff in this. I don't see any information and all of that on who's producing these. Let me go back up to the top and double check. Top cases are printed in letterpress, printing by Studio Pression in France. So that's cool. Oh, the cards are being printed by Noir Arts. No thank you. Especially for those prices. Moving on, we got 52 playing cards. Buy 52 playing cards. It is funded, 23 days to go, because the cardistry community is all for it, obviously. We'll look at this very quickly, and then we'll do a recap on other projects. And that is it. It's a 52. I look at this, you know what I see? I see the Cherry Casino deck with a number instead of a cherry. That's what I see. It's really kind of a rip-off. It's cheesy. It's lame, in my opinion. The color's nice, but that's about it. And there's way too much 52. It's on the backs. It's on the ace. It's on the tuck ace. It's very minimalist, simple, standard court cards. This is a pass for me. Hard pass. If I had to give you a deck of the week for this week, it's a toss-up between the Luminosity and the Parlor playing cards. Probably I would say the Parlor playing cards. They're a little bit more usable and practical and nicely designed. But it's kind of a toss-up. They're both very nice decks, and I'm pledging for both of them, obviously. Moving on, Cloud9 playing cards by different decks has funded, pretty low goal though, 18 days to go. It's a cloud on the back design. What the hell did I do? I apologize. Come on. Back. Let's go. Ah, goodness. Okay, let's reorganize this by newest playing cards, please. That was not. I apologize. So moving on. We talked about Cloud9. Cardistry Digits Remix by Handlords is also well funded. 31 hours to go. Wild West Playing Cards by Randy Butterfield. Midnight Cards, well funded, 22 days to go. Definitely worth checking out. Welcome Back Playing Cards White Edition by Tomoya Maikawa is 71% funded, 15 days to go. Good chance it funds, but it's not my cup of tea. Vanity and Pharaoh Reproductions by Will Roya, playingcarddex.com. Check them out. Use the link in the description to save 10% on your order. Small shout out. Is very well funded, 7 days to go, and very well worth checking out. Royal Portraits by Ace Collectible Cards is 35% funded, 12 days to go. I don't see it happening again. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Then again, it doesn't help that there's so many other projects on Kickstarter right now, taking people's money. The Jedi of the Old Republic by Dan Hainsworth is well funded, 11 days to go, not my cup of tea. Werewolf Playing Cards by 4 Hugs Looty Booster is also funded with 23 hours to go, again, not my cup of tea. The 8-Bit Deck by Michael B. Myers Jr. is also well funded, 10 days to go, again, not really piquing my interest. Lollipop Playing Cards by Flamenco Playing Cards is well funded as well. 8 days to go. That one's kind of interesting. I might pick it up later. Cardamonian, another one that I'm not a huge fan of, by Andreas Yoska, is funded. 6 days to go. Year of the Pig, Lunar Zodiac Playing Cards, the first of 12 editions, God, by Noah's Playing Cards is well funded. 11 days to go. Wild Reserve Pink Boar, speaking of pigs, by Bill Davis Magic is funded. 4 days to go. Phronesis Playing Cards by Chris Haig is funded. 5 days to go. Magic and Microcosmos Ice Crystal Playing Cards by Liz Swan is also funded. 33 days to go. Jet Setter Premier Edition of Jet Setter Green by Paul Rucchio is also funded. 3 days to go. Make sure you check that one out before it ends. Poker Deck of the Drowning World, which is more an art thing than an actual deck. I suppose not a very usable deck anyways. By Nicholas Gond is also well funded. 3 days to go. Apparently a lot of people like it. What do I know? It does not have, though, I mean, it's usable, it can be used, but it doesn't have your stereotypical suits or values. Geometric Doodles by Florian Schmidt, 40% funded, 22 days to go. No chance it funds. Surfboard Playing Cards by Riffle Suffolk Creative Space is well funded, 45 hours to go. Also worth checking out. Crop Circle Card by X Zone is 85% funded, 28 days to go. Good chance it funds with that much time left and only that much, left to hit the goal. Black Magic's Playing Cards by Chris Magic's is 37% funded, 27 days to go. Not looking like it's going to happen. Zeg's Playing Cards by Oscar Reynolds, 46% funded, 64 hours to go. Again, it's not going to happen. Boring Miracle. Censored Playing Cards by Steve Minty, very well funded, 26 hours to go. Also worth checking out. Sandman Playing Cards by Perpetual Arts and Design Company is 73% funded, 7 days to go. I'm not sure it's going to fund. There's a chance of funding. It's not too far off from the goal. Still 7 days to go. That being said, there's so many other projects, like I said, funded decks taking people's money that people are kind of going, this one, I'd rather back out of once, basically. America's Greatest Card Deck by Santiago Newman is still 0% funded. My, what a suck. With 4 days to go, it's absolutely not going to fund. And that is it. The Apollo 11 Playing Cards, by the way, by R.J. Tomlinson, funded. So that's good. Not my cup of tea, but it funded. I see the Newfoundland Playing Cards also funded. And moving on. I should mention a couple things. Some other projects that have been basically, having issues. Hang on while I find them and we'll talk about them. Alright, first we gotta talk about Deal Designs. And I'm really tempted to put these guys in a Hall of Fame video, but hold off for the time being. Interesting to note, name not available on her project. Why are you hiding your name? What have you got to hide? Just saying. I'm kind of curious to see what she has actually backed. I can't see what she's backed. That's a bit of a concern. Let me point out a few things about Deal Designs. All these decks that she's had on her project, some have been canceled, some have been unsuccessful. Crazy Cats, Crazy Dogs, the design, sketch pad, and the Hounders, and these Alliance decks. These were all designed by Robert Tomlinson, and he has shown me a contract that was signed by him and Diane, his ex-wife, giving him ownership of all these designs. I mention this because recently she brought back the sketch pad twice within like a week, and they've both been canceled. by Kickstarter. The first one was canceled. Yes, I reported it. I'm one of the people who reported it. Robert also reported it after I brought this stuff to his attention because he owns the copyright to it. I reported it, the first one. Actually, he didn't report the first one. I reported the first one myself because he already funded this 5 years ago. And basically, it was the exact same thing, the exact same images. They just copied the project. You can't do that, Diane. You cannot refund the same thing on Kickstarter, the exact same thing. See, we launched it earlier this week on a free day campaign with a $600 goal, and it was reported by Robert because he owns the rights to it, and it got taken down. And of course, it's in legal hands right now. We'll see what happens with that, but I think that he owns the rights to it and we won't be seeing it again. And I should point out in regards to this and another project, which was a relaunch of the Founders deck on a different account, both happening this week along with another deck I won't talk about momentarily. It's interesting that these are all happening right now all of a sudden because apparently C needs money. So I would avoid and urge caution in regards to backing anything she puts out in the foreseeable future because it may be a scam. Because apparently she needs money to pay off legal fees due to legal battles between her and Robert. And I hate to really be discussing marital issues, but it is what it is. The other one is James Humphrey, man. And before he launches any kind of a complaint against YouTube for privacy reasons, I'm not giving out any private info. The name is right there, public domain. It's on Kickstarter's project, James Humphrey, man. So you can't file a complaint against YouTube and say I'm violating your privacy because your name is right there for everyone in the world to see. Now, the first project James did, if I could see it, was that Hounders relaunch. Come on. For fuck's sakes. Pardon my language, but come on. Kickstarter worked. It's apparently been in the graphic design industry for over 20 years. Yet the first project he did was a relaunch of the Hounders playing cards, which was canceled after I reported it to James, after I mentioned it to Robert, and also reported it myself. I reported it because, again, it was a relaunch of a deck that James did not own the rights to, in my opinion, because it was a Robert Tomlinson design and a Robert Tomlinson project, and how they could allow someone to launch a project that was launched by someone else in the past, I don't know. But Robert reported it and it was canceled, suspended by Kickstarter immediately. The other one that's been suspended is this one, the Savell Classic Cards deck, which, by the way, looks just very much like a Photoshop copy and paste job. Not that exciting. First of all, let me say that I highly doubt, despite what they say, that GM and the licensing department would allow this to be produced, or that they even contacted them. Educational purposes. I see. It's a very simple deck, as you can see. Very simple one-way back design. Nothing that exciting, in my opinion. There's my thoughts. Apparently he's a fan of vehicles. I'm not going to get into other issues that I've heard about in the marital, from the marriage side of things. But I reported this because they were also selling this on their website, which, by the way, is no longer on their website. But you can't do a project for something that is apparently already produced and available for sale on your website. Note to self. So I just wanted to mention those quickly. I would avoid those two creators. The fact that they launched 4 projects in such a short time frame, the fact that Robert has personally said that they're in need of money for legal fees, has scam and red flag written all over it. And they were also, I saw on their social media, on their Facebook, looking to launch yet another deck this week. The Black Magic's deck, which apparently Robert also was a designer on, so yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Anyways, stay tuned. We'll look at some other stuff outside of Kickstarter. Alright, a few more things kind of quickly. First of all, I want to mention a couple of things I saw on the USB-C Twitter randomly the other day, if it will load up. Come on. Oh, for God's sakes. That is a couple of new Walmart exclusive decks that I may possibly eventually get on eBay. First of all is this one, the Bicycle Lion playing cards. It has a one-way back design. Why USB-C? Why make it a one-way back design? Standard faces, but it is what it is. And the other one is this one, the Bicycle Magic Carpet. At least it has what appears to be a mirror image back design. Could be wrong, but it looks like it. And it's not bad. Again, standard faces, not overly exciting. I do wish these just had white borders. Again, the Lion deck, not very good looking in my opinion. It should be like a mirror image back design. Would be cooler. And again, it should have white borders to match the faces. And this one definitely should have white borders to match the faces. Though I can kind of see why it has that color on the backs. Outside of that, yeah. Moving on. Black floor playing cards are available at paperclubs.com. Second edition, of course you can see the review of the first edition, the red ones, on my channel from, I don't know, a year ago. They look pretty nice. Tuck case by Clove Street Press. They are printed by USB-C, Ericus and Vitis with crust stock. I believe this is by Paul Rabaya. I apologize if I'm wrong. Could be wrong. Oh, yes, it is Paul Rabaya. It says down there. Thank goodness I'm right. They're pretty nice. I wish you could zoom in on the pictures a bit better. You can't, though. $15, though, might be a bit pricey for some. Moving on. Scarlet Filter playing cards from Ruffled Shuffle. Previously, they released one in white. Actually, I think I was going to say black, but I think it was white. It says coming soon, $12, but they're sold out. They're available to people who, I guess, received the link via email. I did get one. Marked, only 2,500. It says it's one of the most limited decks we've ever produced. I doubt that. It's designed by PH, hence Filter. Due to the popular demand of the first edition, so they released another edition. Well, if it's so popular and it has so much demand, why make it so limited? Anyways, it looks very nice. I look forward to checking it out. It's just unfortunate that it's sold out. Also sold out. Oh, God. I missed out on this one. Apparently it was sent to people via email who had gotten the previous green Fulton's deck. I did not get the email, possibly because the email on my account is one that I no longer use or have access to. But it's a gold Green Casino deck. If only it was metallic. Well, if only it was like foil. But it's not foil, it's not Metalux. They missed out on that boat. And now they're probably going to be on eBay for like $50. So yeah, no thank you. PlayingCardDecks.com has released something new. There's a few new decks if you've missed out. Yeah, as you can see, from Taiwan Playing Cards, Paisley decks, Views from Illusionist, and the Cohorts Green Dragon from Walmart. And there's these, which are on sale right now. $8.99 each. It's the Bicycle Ladybugs from PlayingCardDecks.com, Will Roya. $18, $17.99 for a set. They're very nice. I really like them. Custom court cards, massive pips on there. Here's your aces. We'll see how I feel about those once I get them. I do see that the black ones are basically orange on black, and then the other ones are black on orange, which is fine. And then the indexes do have the colors, but they might be a little hard to decipher Look at a few other things. It's a nice back design. There's your number cards. Your backs, two different ones. There's the black one and an orange one, if I recall. Yeah, black and red, actually. You can also get uncuts. Very nice. I do like them. Some people might not be fans. There's also double backers and blank cards. You bet the card. No. Yeah. I like it. I'm a fan. I'm definitely getting it. 1,000 each, so it's very limited. Traditional cut, Erickson finish. Art is by Arthur Wrights. You know how to pronounce that name. Classic stock, my USB-C. Moving on, let's see about Murphy's Magic. Oh, look at that, Monopoly money. Yay. This is going to be a longer video. I do apologize, but hopefully it will be done momentarily. So come on, read up Murphy's Magic. Aha. So nothing too exciting. They got these Jack Daniels decks, which I'm going to get because why not? Competition deck. I got this Donnie Brook deck, which there it is. That's the back design. Nothing too exciting. Nothing really overly new this week. I haven't had anything too exciting for a while on Murphy's Magic, unfortunately. I guess it's just been a slow period in playing cards. That's your Ace of Spades, by the way. Everything else is standard as far as I know. It's a hard pass for me. No, thank you. Anyways, that is going to be it for this week. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time with more.